Welcome to BWA Rewind. I'm Hunter Orange. This here is Chuck Diesel.
Hello there.
And we are here to recap what's happened in the past week in the BWA. And you can only see this program right here on BWA.com.
Oh.
We are the official low-budget web show of the Badass Wrestling Association.
Just means HBO wouldn't pay us.
No, and neither do you. So anyway, back to the BWA business side of things. We're here to discuss what's happened in the past week, and we just came off of a pay-per-view event, Hellbound, this past Sunday.
Hellbound.
You're going to do that every time.
Not every time, just when it annoys you.
Well, it annoys me every time.
Well, that's my problem.
So we just got done with Hellbound.
Hellbound.
Yeah, and we saw...
Whiskey Bent.
We had a lot of surprises happen. Well, actually, not very many surprises happened. I mean, it's kind of what's happening in the past. It's been a running theme. There's been a running theme going on in the BWA events of the lights going out.
People not paying their electric bill.
People dropping from rafters, coming out from under them. Whatever they're doing.
Dogs dating cats.
Whatever they're doing. It's,
villagers with pitchforks and torches.
But so the lights went out again. Guy in a cloak comes out again.
Silky cloak.
George Bad and Midnight.
Kind of looking.
George Bad and Midnight run wild on the BWA again. And
so do they need like a collective name? Like,
no, that name's already been taken.
Like Brangelina?
How would we do that?
Mid-Bad? Bad Night?
Bad Night might be.
Bad Night? Bad Night Pajama Guy. I don't know. I'm just saying because eventually it's going to get tedious saying George Bad, Midnight, Cloaky Guy.
Cloaky Guy. But we don't even know if they're all working together. We don't know what's going on.
He seems to be hanging out pretty tough.
An argument can be said that maybe he's working with the collective after what happened in the Triple Threat title match. He comes down, he beats up Miami Mike. He points at Tommy Kane, tells him to make the pin, and Tommy makes the pin.
And then he slapped a crazy iron claw on Chip's face. Okay,
maybe he's working with Tommy Kane. Maybe there's something going on here. Maybe he's just trying to plant seeds of doubt.
Guys are always up to stuff in this BWA.
Yeah, maybe they're planting seeds of doubt. You never know who's screwing who in this company anymore. The craziest stuff seems to always flock to the BWA. It's just out of control. I mean, who knows? It could even be Thog. Maybe not.
That guy's dead.
Maybe not Lord Alphonse Thog.
Oh, you're going with the Thog lineage.
Maybe.
Like Rieger.
It could be Rieger. It could be maybe Damien or Jason Toombs.
Or
when he's not pooping on people or whatever he does.
Or apathy.
Could be apathy. You never know.
He's on a million or something.
You never know. You never know what's going on in the BWA, and that's why you have to watch each and every week.
All the time.
Yeah. So, out of the whole pay-per-view, the main storyline seemed to be this whole, like I said, the whole darkness and whatever. The lights are going out, the bills aren't getting paid, and people are getting destroyed and bad. The whole thing. Where do you think this is going to lead?
It's hard to say, man, because you got El Jefe, the boss, Big George,
right.
And he's just on a rampage, but what's new?
Right.
The guy's always on a rampage.
I'm on a rampage.
He's single-handedly the most angry man I've ever seen.
Well.
And I don't understand why they keep sending him to rehab places. He's not a drug addict. He needs to go to an anger management class because he's completely out of his mind on that.
Maybe it's not just anger, though. Maybe he needs psychiatric help, which is, I guess, what he was going through.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was going through some psychiatric help
through
the help of his best friend in the entire world, Honest Joe Reno. We saw how that worked out.
How'd that go?
Yeah, we saw how that worked out.
We didn't really get to that yet.
Yeah.
We're kind of putting
we don't have to.
We're kind of putting the cart before the horse there, chronologically.
We don't have to be chronological. That's not what, we don't have to go. We could spend 5 minutes talking about a 13-minute match between Rocky Davis and Frankie Finelli.
Can we not?
But even that, we could spend 13 minutes talking about it, and it would still be more entertaining than that match was.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's rough.
You know, I want to see these guys succeed. They're big guys, big, strong guys, Rocky Davis, Frankie Finelli. I want to see them succeed, but it just doesn't seem to, they're not meshing with the BWA style.
I think,
they both seem
I'm wondering if they're not more fighters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just want to get in there and go at it, you know?
Right,
So
just no
actual,
thrills, just go out there, I'm going to beat you up, leave, give me my belt, or title shot, or whatever's going on.
Awesome in the octagon. You know, that would be great if, like, they had on a pair of trunks and their name, and they had a bunch of really crappy tattoos, and we're just like, hey, I'm going to choke you out, you know?
Right.
But that's not what this company is about.
So what you're saying is they need to, quit being so gung-ho about the fight.
And punching people in the face and make fun of them first, and then punch them in the face.
Do something.
That's what I'm saying.
There definitely is a BWA style of the way things work, and these guys need to kind of maybe go back and watch some old tape.
Like maybe Finelli could come out with his arm around Rocky Davis's mom.
That would be funny.
Something, hey, I'm doing.
You got to get something, get them fired up.
Doing your mom.
Get them fired up. Fire it up.
I mean, something, because there has to be more than just, hey, I'm gonna hurt you and put you in the hospital.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I understand. Well, we did have 2 title defenses on the pay-per-view event, and the first one we mentioned it earlier was the triple threat title match, where we did see Tommy Kane of the Collective walk out of that match as the champion. Whether or not he deserved it because of the interference is still left to be upper question. But he's not one to turn down a belt, even though he was saying he didn't really want this belt.
I think what the thing is there is you don't look a gift silk cloaked guy in the mouth.
Well, there's that.
I mean,
there's that.
The guy says, hey, pin him.
You're going to
pin him. Just do it. I mean, 2 reasons why. One, no matter how crappy you think the title might be, it's a title. And title is always better than not title.
Well, that's true too. But it's a triple threat title, and Tommy Kane has also said, well, that's a low man totem pole
I believe
title.
what he likes to say is that's like the world championship for Kurt Busick.
But hey,
to me, I'm like, take it if you can get it.
Right.
I mean, the other reason is when 3 dudes are in the ring, and one has a sledgehammer, and one has a hook, and one has on really silky ninja clothes, and they say do something.
Gotta do it.
I mean, unless they're saying, hey, put this hot poker in my butt, just do it.
Right.
It's fine. Who cares? What's the worst that can happen? Miami Mike's unconscious.
Right. Now, Tommy Kane does have a rough road ahead of him defending it, because it is one of the easiest belts to win and one of the toughest belts in the company to defend. Because, you're coming, literally, they're coming at you at both sides. The first pinfall always wins, so you never know what's going to happen.
You get half the fame and you work twice as hard.
There you go. That's probably another reason why Tommy Kane doesn't want anything to do with it. It's too hard to keep his hand on. Now, we did a world title match, main event, that didn't quite happen.
Yeah.
Which is not unusual for a BWA pay-per-view main event to not have a match. But that's okay. There's things I love about the BWA, and there's things that I think could be changed.
I think it's the lack of control.
Yeah, and it's the unpredictability, the nature of the business.
Security's not. I mean, but
every
really,
week they get new security, and they always drop the ball. Somebody's getting in from. There's a mouse hole somewhere in the corner of the arena. And
there's all the backstage stuff. Remember that Midnight never knew about.
Well, yeah.
They got
schematics for Madison Square Garden.
All the arenas do. It's what they do.
I don't know. All I'm saying is something's got to change so we can actually have our main event fights. We got a world champion who's now nowhere to be found this week. He's not been advertised for the show this week, so we don't know what's going on. He got hitting the chest with a sledgehammer.
Isn't it kind of, I don't know, poetically just that the heart puncher guy has a sledgehammer right in the chest?
Yeah, well,
sledge heart punched.
Come to, when was the last time Reno heart punched anybody in the heart? They heart punch people in the nose. They heart punch people in the face and heart punch your ear, and
he heart
punches your cock balls. It doesn't matter.
He heart punched Chip in the chest in the cage.
Well, yeah, but that
blew his chest down.
Yeah. There's another guy who's got some.
A tough road to hoe.
Chip Chiller trying to transition himself from main event heel to mid card plucky face.
What do you know about it? Do you talk? Have you talked to him?
I have never met the man in my life.
Not one time.
Not one time. I'm stuck here in the BWA.com. We want to call this a studio, but it's more like a dungeon.
Well, see, I hang out backstage at the show.
Right.
So I talked to lots of them.
Yeah. Well, what does Chip Scheller say to you?
Get the fuck out of my way, I got something.
Like even now?
Even now, he's just always like, get away. Lucifer just got blown up.
There's another good point. Lucifer Jackson blown up. People get blown up all the time on this show.
But the cool thing about it is get the fuck out of the way is the nicest thing I've ever heard on a BWA show from a man.
Well, that's why it's on HBO.
I mean, George Bad actually said, and then tried to headbutt me in the nose. Right. I mean, that's what he does. Right.
So, well, what I want to, I guess we got to wrap this up. We're running out of time. But moving forward, we got a Universal title shot.
Big card this week. Big card.
Universal Championship title match this Monday. We're on Mondays now. This Monday on Implosion, you got Samson Brown defending against Billy Van Voodoo, who won that triple threat match between Mosh Pit and Chip Scheller the other night. And so that has some clashing style issues going on there. But
let me ask you: do you think that since Samson has joined the Lord of the Ring, he's gotten better, or he's gotten worse? Has it helped him? Or has it hurt him? Or has it kind of just been
here's where Samson Brown's career was before joining the Lords of the Ring. Here's where Samson Brown's career is after joining Lords of the Ring.
Okay, so you're just...
He hasn't done any... sure, he's the Universal Champion, but he hasn't done anything with it.
I thought Billy Van... No. I thought Discourteous Leon was the Universal Champion.
I don't know who the Universal Champion is. All I know is it's a Universal Championship match between Samson Brown and Billy Van Voodoo. I don't know what's going on. People come and go in this business without,
I like Leon.
Well,
he was always like,
we can talk about him another time, but that's the big main event, and also Tommy Kane will be defending his newly won Triple Threat Championship and the Tag Team Title match. When was the last time we had one of these on BWA television?
Oh, that means that maybe... No, that'll never happen. Let's say it.
What?
I missed the Milton Howell brothers.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Or the Badass brothers, for that matter.
Yeah, they're gone too.
I love a redneck Jesus. I love it.
But you got these newcomer guys, the Lost Boys, part of Carnage Incorporated.
Oh, Rocky Davis is home.
Yeah, they're going to be challenging Chip Scheller and Lucifer Blowed Up Jackson for the tag team.
Is he going to be in condition to fight?
Who knows?
He got blowed up.
Who knows what's going to happen? Just keep watching BWA online. You can watch promos every single day. We don't stop. It's like a it's like a network of 24/7 promos that it's like on-demand wrestling every single day
here
too much for you. On BWA.
Also, it's a holiday season, and if you get on BWA Shop Zone, there's video games, there's DVDs,
I think in the discount bin they have old Misfits of Wrestling medallions. Because they don't say new Misfits, but we'll talk more about the new Misfits.
There's an LA Keith t-shirt, I believe.
That is going to be a classic.
There's an actual Yugo Bang CD.
But we will return next week.
I want a Yugo Bang CD.
And we will talk about everything that happened on... I want a Yugo Bang t-shirt myself. We'll talk about everything that happened on Implosion coming up next week.
There's also a best of Mike Redcord DVD.
But I am... Hunter Orange.
And a pummel behind the Gay Man DVD.
All right. That's about all the time we have. We'll catch you next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Bad.